When you're putting together a relational estate plan and you have special needs children, there are a couple things you need to keep in mind. Now, the first is that you have to think about what happens when you become incapacitated, because it's a little different for you because you do have special needs children. In addition to dealing with you as someone who needs care and attention when you become incapacitated, your agents and the people that you're empowering will need to make sure that your child is taken care of as well. So the legal documents have to be drafted in order to give them the maximum amount of authority there. You also have to think about what they're going to need to do in terms of practically maintaining the care that you provide for your child. And this could be anything from the day-to-day caregiving to advocating for them, to dealing with different facilities that they're in or care programs that they're receiving. So making sure that that is set up on the incapacity side is vitally important if you're putting together a relational estate plan for a child with special needs. Now, on the death side of things, you also need to make sure that your relational estate plan is designed to effectively take care of your child when you do pass. And this involves two parts. The first part is the financial legal piece. Most children with special needs and people with special needs are receiving some form of government benefits. This could either be Medicaid or Social Security, but most of these benefits are tied to a maximum amount of assets that the person can have. And if you have more than that amount of assets, you're disqualified from receiving the benefits. The problem is that these benefits are often the very programs that could be providing treatment and care to your child. So getting disqualified could mean they lose their home or they lose, they're kicked out of the treatment program that they're in. So we don't want that to happen. And the way to avoid that is you either just don't leave them money, or you use what's called a special needs trust or a supplemental needs trust. And these are special types of trusts that are designed to allow funds to be used on their behalf while not being counted against them for purposes of determining their assets in these entitlement programs. Now, the most likely type of trust you're going to use is called a third-party special needs trust, and it allows you to appoint somebody to manage the money for your child and also set certain parameters about how you want the money used at the same time as not causing problems with these government programs. So that's the legal and financial side. The other thing your relational estate plan needs to do is it needs to anticipate the practical issues that your child is going to encounter when something happens to you. So where are they going to live? Who is going to care for them? Who is going to advocate for them? And in my experience, this is a very difficult thing for many families with special needs children to deal with. And the best advice I can give is any plan is better than no plan, and anybody's better than nobody. Frequently, we're able to use even a friend or a distant family member who cares for the child in incredible ways when combined with other resources. And so you just need to think about who would potentially be there as someone who can step in, and perhaps not in the day-to-day caregiving, but as just a friend or an advocate. And then what can you do to make things easy for them? Because for most of the time, they'll be stepping into a situation that while you are very familiar with it, they are not. So that's the second piece that you need to make sure is part of the plan for when you pass, the practical and relational piece, who will be able to step in and replace you, as it were, in this child's life. I know this can seem very daunting. It can seem like it's almost impossible to do, but we have helped many families set up these types of plans, and it's always so rewarding to see how relieved they are when they know that there is a plan in place. And so if you would like to talk further about this and discuss putting together a plan for yourself and for your family, please reach out. We'd be happy to help you.